podcast. We were getting ready to jump.
Yeah, woo!
Fucking guys.
I love it. It's going to be a running thing. Every time John tries to introduce anything, I'm going to interrupt every time.
That figures. All right. But we're getting ready to jump back into our Fear Itself game. And tonight we are actually going to do shit. There's probably going to be explosions. It's crazy. This never happens.
None of that's true. So don't listen to him. That's absolutely never going to happen. They say it every time, and it never happens.
No, but this time...
Welcome, listeners.
All right, I'll give you a quick recap from our last session. Randy and Erin woke up in the barn. They had fallen asleep, went back, killed the Wendigo. It's a whole thing. The guy, the cultist, didn't wake up while we were out. We woke him up and interrogated him. Randy punched him in the face again. Jack threatened to cut his throat. He didn't give up a whole lot of information, but did say that the veil underneath the boathouse between the worlds was thin, and they were trying to bring out the outer ones, or these outer gods, back into our world. And that was about all we got out of him. We had him picked up by Wyatt, took him back to be further interrogated. Erin went out for a breakfast date, set up another date, because you do. Let's see, what else we got here?
I like how we really get in the tepid love interests.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I listened to it again.
The tepid romantic involvement that we continue throughout this adventure.
It's for the ladies, okay? It's for all
all of this mystery and sort of, kind of flirty banter-ish.
Well, look, if you're going to get murdered by demons and shit, you might as well, try to have a good time while you're doing it. I don't know. Who's with me? Anyway, we decided
I appreciate the effort.
I do what I can.
For the role-playing, not on the sexy time side. I have other avenues for that. It's not my thing. Guys, it's not my thing.
We
not
decided
that there's anything wrong with that. If you get off on weird pseudo-sexual commentaries by role-playing different RPG characters in a very, very realistic horror campaign in which everyone eats every meal and discusses it at length, then we have that one really specific fetish right here for you.
Absolutely. We decided it was probably a good thing to talk to Delphine and see if she knew anything. Let her know that we weren't after them as far as whatever their supernatural nature is, but see if we could maybe enlist their help. Randy did some research into the runes that we found on the wall underneath the boathouse and found out that they were specifically tied to Hastur, as the King in Yellow. They were trying to bring forth Carcosa into this world, and which would be really bad. And then we got a postcard back from Edward that said, package inbound, use with impunity. Rituals won't work. You have to handle shit right now. And that's kind of where we left off. It was the later part of the morning, maybe 10 o'clock, maybe 11, as Randy was doing research and stuff. So we were waiting for the evening to talk to Delphine.
All right. Sorry about that.
Cool.
I did have my volume up a little. So you're there. I don't remember how you sent for Delphine. How are you going to talk to her?
We were going to wait for her to come down in the evening, because if they're demons or devils or whatever, they're probably, regardless, they're up all night partying, right? So they probably sleep until.
Yeah, they're usually there at night. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing until then? If you're waiting for then, to get a hold of her, what are you doing in the meantime?
Probably eating.
You're not wrong.
Wow, we actually have someone commenting on this. Is the most encouragement I've ever had during this entire game. And I love you, Max Ryder. You're my best friend now.
Max is usually around. Yeah,
I don't remember people's names that you call out to me on the internet, John. I'm drinking heavily. This is all bourbon, brought to you by Knox Creek. It's if I got it right, it would have been better. Knob Creek Bourbon, not brought to you by them, but it is courtesy of their booze that I'm so entertaining, guys.
I really like the text because it cuts off mine and Neil's face so that you don't have to see us. I think that's good for everybody.
No one wants to see this. Here, you can just see my cool eye. Oh, then okay.
I don't. If it's later in the morning, right? So we were up all night. So I mean, logically, yes, probably eating. Although I guess we don't have to role play that.
Yes, let's not role play another brunch/lunch.
Then we can't. We're not on brand then.
That's our signature thing. Come on.
Yeah.
You said this session was action.
We're gonna
the action of me eating a tremendous 12 or whatever they have. Okay, go on.
Yeah. There's no Denny's. There's no Super Slams. There's no.
Yeah, it's home cooked meal here. It's like it's a fancy restaurant, and they probably got a lot of good stuff, and I'm excited about it.
They do. I mean, everything has truffles on it, and that means I don't like it because I don't like truffles, guys. FYI, don't love the taste of truffle oil. It's gross, kind of. It's overused. Get out of here!
So we weren't going to talk about
that
food,
at the end. John, just cut that part. Put it at the end. Truffle oil. Get out of here! And then it'll be a meme.
Okay, this is what Fear Itself is. A lot of food talk, not much else. Cut that out.
Yep.
Put it somewhere else. Okay. Next.
Here we go. Next. Right. You nap. I assume you eat and nap.
Eat, nap, get cleaned up, right? So like all that stuff.
It's 7:00. The C4 was supposed to be inbound, correct?
Correct.
A courier shows up. You get a message on your telephone saying there is a package waiting for you at the front desk. This was marked rush expedited, and they seem to think that perhaps it might be important for you, so they call you immediately.
Okay. I go down and grab it.
Okay. It is not something popped up, sorry. It was not Ramona. It was some other desk clerk. You take the box. It's a very heavy box. It feels dense. It's not giant. Like I don't know, 2 by 2 by 2, right? Like 2 feet by. Like it's not giant, but it feels like lead is in there. But it's not lead. It's plastique.
Nice.
You don't know how it got there that fast or through multiple security checks. But it's heavy and it's a lot of it.
Okay, so he goes back upstairs, rip it open, see that it's the plastique. I mean, you guys were right. You just talked about blowing it up, and here you go. Special delivery.
Oh, man, that's awesome. You think we can take some of the stuff back home with us in our pockets, maybe?
I don't even know how they got it here. I mean, I thought they sent the shit through the mail. Like, what the fuck?
It is not marked post office. Oh. It actually is. It actually is through private courier.
Oh, I don't know.
Not marked through post office, so it's by a courier.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, shit, they probably have access to that stuff here, right? I mean, they've got an office here.
Oh,
I mean, that's why it's coming.
That means I can like just ask for like a block of Coke anytime I want. Oh, I can't wait. The next session, Neil, get it going.
I love how I really want to see how you justify a pound of Coke to Edward. Like, we really need this. It's a medical reason.
Yeah.
By the way, cocaine is technically still prescribable as a medicine.
Awesome. That is.
It's the highest tier of prescribable medicine, but prescribable.
All right.
That's
all right. So we've got.
We
need to open up this box and see what's in this box to make sure that we know what exactly is in it.
He opened it. It's plastic. I mean,
you did open it.
It's either that or someone named Edward sent you a giant block like multiple giant blocks of modeling clay, silly putty, or that sticky tacky stuff to stick stuff up on your walls. You're pretty sure, since there's a timer and electrodes and a bunch of other sort of little like sticky blasting cap type things, probably plastique, not modeling clay.
Cool. All right. Well, what are we gonna do with this thing? We're gonna go. Well, are we gonna? Well, yeah, we still have to meet up with Delphine, right? What time is it right now?
7 p.m.
PM.
Okay. And when does she usually show up? Do we know?
I mean, she's usually down there in the evening, right? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
But what is
dinner?
evening and otherworldly partying demon people?
Look, I'm assuming she's probably down there now, right? I mean, if not now, like soon. I mean, we could always go down and grab some dinner and wait for her to show up.
Oh, dinner sounds good.
Look, I think so. We should probably look. Let me text Wyatt, right? Because if we're gonna blow up a part of the fucking hotel, like it's not part of the hotel, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's on the grounds. Like if we're gonna blow that up, we want to be packed, loaded, and ready to fucking go when that happens. So let me text him real quick. Tell him to get up here on site. We'll talk to her because he's going to be here. He takes like an hour, right? If he's not doing anything.
Yeah.
So we'll have dinner. We'll talk to her. We'll find out what she knows. Maybe she can help. And then I guess we pick the lock on the boathouse again and see if we can get in there. I mean, that guy never checked in, so like they might be on alert now. I don't know.
Yeah. So
we might have a mark.
Wait, hear me out. We've got 4 of these things. I say number 1, instead of lockpick, we just blow the door up. It gets everybody all. No, stop, Neil. I'm talking. And while everyone's discombobulated, like, what is going on? Then we bust through, and then we put C4 around the little entrance there. We blow that up, and then if nobody comes out, then we rush through with the last one, and then we blow that up. I'm just kidding. You know what? It's been a long time.
I was like, wait a minute. You want to put a block of C4 on a rickety wooden lake shed door? Like it's a fucking boathouse. You want to put a C4 on it? That's going to blow all of the entire thing up. Like there's no boathouse left after that. It's goddamn rickety wood.
Neil, it's been a long time since I've been in any action, and I just want some action. I don't care if it's a door. I don't care if it's a little boathouse. It's going down.
I get it. Premature explosion.
That's right. I'm gonna blow some shit up and gonna
hashtag that, Twitter it. Hashtag premature explosion.
Especially since it's a part of the group that almost killed me when I was, but just a lonely computer worker.
I'm pretty sure this is the guy you have captured is the other
it is the guy,
right?
It is the guy.
Oh, it
Kenneth,
is the guy. Yeah, Kenneth. Yeah.
Yep. Because I don't have very many things. I don't have very many things written on my sheet, but Kenneth in capital letters is on there.
That's right. You have him, Cat. Yeah. You can fuck with him all you want. He's tied up. The other guy, he's missing.
We're gonna force on without him.
No, I don't mean Jack. I mean the other cultist his partner is missing. There's 2 of them.
Was there 2? I don't know that we knew that.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
You didn't know that? I was pretty sure you knew that. No, really?
Yeah.
Well, why did
I don't remember it?
I made a note of it.
Well, thanks, Neil.
I should really write better notes.
You
Probably
should.
I mean, you might have. I don't remember. We've been playing.
I mean, I had a whole thing. It's been a lot. Yeah, it's been a long time, man. But still, damn it.
So much fucking edit.
Blowing this thing up is going to be really bittersweet because it's not going to be using the rocket launcher on the truck.
That is true.
You've been waiting all this time to fucking blow shit up.
But you know what? We're going to just have the rocket launcher for something else. Believe me, we're going to use that damn thing.
Well, I hope so.
One of these days.
Mm-hmm.
I would say
it's one of those things it's like when you're watching one of those comedies where the two love interests take forever to get there, and you're like, when is this gonna happen? And then it happens 7 seasons into it, and then you're like, oh, sweet relief when it actually happens. So that's gonna be
This would have been the perfect thing for us.
I know, but unfortunately, it's very hard to transport a big rig that far
across the Atlantic. Yep, takes months. It's a very long time. It would be great. I would say it would be a great for a season. I'd say it'd be great for a season finale, but we don't have seasons, so
we're a billion games in.
That. I don't know how many games we are in because I didn't listen to John's intro. So
this is our session 28.
Oh God!
You guys are
every session is another session closer to death. And I don't mean for the characters.
Look, the canon's going to be our Mulder and Scully.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. All right, let's go meet Delphine.
Let me text Ed. Let me text Wyatt. Hold on. Okay,
hurry up.
All right, so I text Wyatt. I was going to call him Edward again. I text Wyatt and say, "Look, we are going to handle the situation tonight. It's going to be an explosive ending. We need you to be up here so we can get the fuck out of here as fast as possible. We'll have all of our stuff packed, ready to go. We'll load it in the car, and we may have to make we're going to have to make a really quick exit."
You get a text back, a minute later. ETA 9 p.m. ?
Guys, he says 9. That's probably all right, right? I mean,
yeah. Tell him there's no estimate, man. This is like a PTA fucking precision time of arrival, man.
All right. I mean, we could always wait to throw. Like, he's just got to be here. I mean, even if he's got to wait, it doesn't. All right, yeah. So he texts him back. He says, "Sure, that's fine. Just be ready. Don't know when it's going to happen. It'll be tonight."
He texts you back. Leave bags at front desk. I'll have Bellhop load them in while I'm waiting.
I text him back and say, Kenneth wouldn't have been able to check in. We might be made. Maybe that's not a good idea. And then like he says to the others, he's like, "Hey, maybe we just leave this shit here, right? Like, none of this is ours anyway. Like, fucking who cares?"
Yeah,
like,
we don't need the damn clothes. We just get the hell out. And then it's
not our money.
Yeah, it's less traceable anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, if they put a bomb in our fucking suitcase, we're not going to get very far.
Yeah. Or some poisoned drinks for Erin to drink.
Look, man, that's not my fault. Like,
I warned you.
Whatever.
It's okay. Live and learn, right?
Am I crazy that I thought someone picked? Did they not pick Kenneth up already, or am I crazy? Wyatt was.
He picked him up while I was having breakfast.
Yeah. So he's not there. So yeah, Wyatt's on his way back. But yeah, Kenneth is not there yet. Yeah.
Right. Wouldn't have checked in. I don't think that we knew there was another guy, but Erin being paranoid, it's like, well, if he's here.
Yeah. Maybe someone got tipped off. Yeah.
Then
sure.
like that could be bad for us.
Makes sense.
All right, look, grab whatever shit you're gonna fucking need. From here on, it's fuck. Where are we gonna put the plastique in the meantime? Fuck.
Let's hide it in plain sight.
Oh, fuck.
Make a really shitty snowman statue.
Yeah, we'll just put it underneath this plant. Whoop, plop, doop.
Wait, are you checking out?
No,
why would we do that?
What's the plan here? Like,
people check in, but they never check out.
Like, what are you doing what do you mean? Like, what do you do with the plastic? Is it in your room, or is it? What do you mean?
It's in the room, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna go downstairs, not in the room, to go and talk to Delphine.
I think we should have like one of us has got to have like a bag that's like a carrying case for like
you all have multiple types of, so you would have, I don't know what type you want, type of luggage bag that is not one of you is at least pretending to be a businessman. I believe Erin, is supposed to be some sort of businessman. So you could have a briefcase, you could have a.
I was going to say, I'm supposed to be I'm supposed to be a lawyer, so I could probably have.
Lawyers have those big fucking hard cases.
Yeah,
that have, case files on it. You could have any amount. It's not a problem. I'm not going to make you even roll a preparedness or spend a preparedness. To have a bag you could put 4 chunks of plastic in.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense for us to just leave it in our room for somebody to grab.
Obvious. Unless mom hotel.
Well, Neil, hold on. Neil, you're super choppy. Wait, Rich. Neil, you're super choppy. Something went doo-doo-doo, and now your audio is all fucked up. So I don't know if something changed in your settings but you're super choppy.
Am I back?
It's just going to say something else.
Am I back? Is this good? Am I back?
Yeah, that sounds okay.
I had to restart the audio engine. Sorry.
Okay. So the plastic will fit in a oh, give me one more second. The plastic will fit in a briefcase.
Sure.
Okay.
It's like a box that's like this. So but it's 4 chunks. You could put it in a briefcase.
Yeah, just separate and put it into a case.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
It's easy to do.
Yeah, that's fine. I just thought we could split it up too between us.
Yeah, that's fine. Randy and I can both take a briefcase. I just want to leave it in the room because if there's other people.
Is that a block of plastic in your pocket, or you just happy to see me?
Instead of splitting up the group, we're splitting up the C4. It's interesting.
Right. And they tell you never to do that.
No.
I guess. I don't know.
No, exactly.
But look, we don't want to leave it here. That's all I'm saying.
To be fair, it's not volatile, so it's not going to explode on you.
Yeah.
You have to have the blasting trigger thing.
Okay. Yeah, so we throw it in there, we grab whatever stuff we think we're gonna need, and then leave the rest. We're never gonna check out.
Sure.
But we have whatever stuff we have. I think moving forward, we probably take whatever it is that we need. Maybe not our coats, right? Maybe leave the coats up there, but Jack's got his knives, and we've got the C4, we've got whatever. We gotta move light and tight now, right? That's we're coming into endgame.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so downstairs, talk Delphine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool.
You head downstairs. By now it's 7:00. The ballroom is, mostly dinner, not as much the dancing so much, but definitely, crowded. You look around and it looks like Delphine and her brother, the Duke, Elias Lutzinger, are at a table with quite a few people. Some of them you recognize, some of them look new. They're sort of like a large sort of 20-person table, and they have the full spread, everything, from roast duck to whole turkeys and all the sides, and they look like they're gearing up for yet another night of partying and revelry.
All right, so listen, you two guys go get a table away from everybody, and I'm going to go over there. I'm going to see if I can get Delphine to come over just by herself and join us for a little bit.
All right, cool. Yeah. If not, I guess we could wait a little bit. He looks at his watch. He's not going to be here till 9. So,
what time is it right now?
7:30. 7:30.
Yeah, we don't have too much time. It'll look kind of weird if we're sitting there by ourselves and we don't interact at all. So
all right.
Let's do it, because if we get her separately, Yeah, we don't know how the brother's going to react as much. So we should probably tell her first, gauge her response.
Yeah, I mean, she likes you, so
Yeah.
fingers
So
crossed.
you guys go to the table. I'll see if I can bring her over.
All right.
Okay. Jack approaches. How does he approach? She's sitting next to her brother. She's just chatting with people at the table. They're sort of at one end, sort of chatting and, toasting and getting everyone, there's plenty of wine flowing.
So I take a coin out of my pocket and I'm going to do like a dumb like magic trick. So I go up to her and I kind of come up from behind and I kind of put my hand up in her face with a coin and I do like the trick and it like disappears and shit just to get her attention.
She grins. Ah, Herr Randall. It's great to see you again. I hoped I would see you this evening.
I say, yes, my friend Erin is feeling much better. And
that's so good. I hoped it would not spoil the festivities.
And I say, in fact, if you have just one moment, I would love for you to come meet them. And I won't keep you from your friends for too long, but I thought that perhaps you could get a little bit of change of pace and quiet down for a moment and talk to Randy and Erin for a minute so I can introduce you.
Oh, absolutely. Anything for you, my dear. I'm happy to meet your friends. Pardon me, dear brother. I'm going to go speak to an acquaintance, some friends of an acquaintance. Sorry, duty calls. And she puts her arm out to be escorted by you, like dutifully.
Good. So we come over there and we sit down and I introduce her to Kurt and Erin.
My pleasure.
Oh, good evening.
It's a pleasure to meet Jacques' friends. Quite interesting company you keep. I thought maybe they would have the same fashion sensibility as you, something interesting, but apparently it's just normal business clothes for these two. I like capes. They're fanciful.
He's certainly a character.
Indeed. Quite a lovely character. And she strokes his cheek a little.
So
what do you do? How are you? How do you know each other? I mean, you're all American. I hear from your accents. But what else? How do you know? How do you come to be friends here?
Delphine, I'm just going to. I'm sorry to interrupt, but
no, go ahead.
I'm just gonna cut to the chase here, and this is gonna sound possibly a little strange and something you're probably not expecting to hear, but frankly, we don't have a lot of time, and I just need to cut to the chase. I've had a great time with you. I think you're a wonderful companion.
I've had such a great time with you as well. You are a very fascinating and spectacular specimen.
Well, thank you. And I think that you are too. But the fact is we are aware that you and your brother are, well, how can I say, you are perhaps supernatural.
Come on, out with it. What? Me? What do you mean?
We are aware that you're not quite what we would call human, and we're okay with it. We're absolutely
Erin,
okay with it.
Looks around.
No one seems to notice yet. She gets very serious. and leans forward. Yeah, what you say you have no problem with what you have found out?
No
If
problem whatsoever.
there is something to find out,
we think that you and your brother are delightful. However, there are
and I
forces at
appreciate
work.
this, but this is serious. Now, if you are questioning some things,
There are forces at work here that we feel that you and your brother are neither aware of or prepared to handle on your own. And those forces are using you. And we're here to put a stop to it so that they don't ruin your hotel and that they don't give either of you a bad reputation.
please elaborate, sir. This is quite interesting. I have not heard of anything.
Well,
Please,
Erin,
please
would you
sit.
Erin, would
She
you like-
sits and waves a drink over. They bring her standard drink. She's there all the time. Please proceed. We can
Well,
get into
Erin-
my background, but at the moment, it seems you know more than I do about some things that are maybe more pressing than my heritage. So please go on.
Well,
So
perhaps Erin would like to take over.
okay. Well, so Miss Delphine, we know that you've been enjoying Jack's company quite a bit, and we are.
That's not for a lady to say, but sure. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
we're in a spirit of openness here. I'm just I'm a little nervous because it's a whole
Yeah,
thing.
straight. What I actually admire about is you say is Jack. Not your name is not Jacques. It's Jack.
It's the same thing, kind of. Look.
It's not. Your name is your name. My name is Delphine. I would not say my name is Delphine or some other thing. So, is there something? Which name? It does not matter what he is called, but it would be good if everyone. My name is Delphine. If I would know everyone's names for true.
Yes. So my name is Erin, and this is Randy.
Hello.
Pleasure.
We are not businessmen, so we're actually.
Yes, spit it out, little man. Just spit it out. Be more like, what is it? Is it Jack or Jacques? Please, just
Whichever you prefer.
No, him, not you.
My American friend prefers to say Jack because that's what he's more used to saying in his own vernacular.
Well, okay, then Jack. Okay, go ahead, little man. Say your thing.
Oh, it sounds so bad when you say that. We're ghost hunters.
You're what? You are ghost hunters? Like Ghostbusters? Like Peter Venkman? Egon Spengler? Oh, I am Zool. You're Ghostbusters? That's just a movie.
It's
a great movie, but it's a movie.
It's more than that. I don't,
Yeah?
guys. Fuck. All right, look. So,
I love the movie. It's a hilarious movie. I've seen it many times. But so you hunt? You hunt? What do you mean, ghost hunters? What do you do? And how? What does this have to do with me? She looks around, kind of like gauging the area. So far, no one's really.
No. It doesn't really have anything to do with you. This seems to be kind of like happenstance. There are some cultists here that are operating out of the hotel. We caught one of them yesterday, and they're trying to bring in these outer gods. I maybe you're familiar with this sort of thing. Haster. It's some really bad stuff, and we're trying to prevent that from happening. And maybe you could help us in some way. Look, if you're a part of it, we assume that you probably would have killed Jack already, or Jacques, if you prefer. But
I'm
you
fine
did.
with Vitus. Doesn't matter to me what his name is. A person is themselves. I don't care what they call their name. It's on the inside, their heart and their passion. That's what I am drawn to.
Well, we know names have power.
You say, indeed, it does. That is true. And I do not misrepresent myself. My name is Delphine, and that is what I am called by all. You said what was the name? Haster is the name of some cult that is operating here.
Here's
know that.
Here's the bottom line. Here's the bottom line, Delphine. We've had 2 or 3 other experiences where we've taken out some sort of alien hybrid being. This sounds crazy. We've destroyed a what do you call it, guys? The first thing that had the
sisterite.
metal.
Yeah,
sisterite. This you may or may not believe this, but these are entities that are being summoned from a dark dimension.
The outer dark. The outer dark. That's what he said.
The outer dark, and they are bent on destroying every inhabitant of this world, and that includes you and your brother, even though you may be, let's say,
the old gods. The old gods, yeah.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is bad for all of us. Good. Well, no, it's never good. And obviously, the old gods. Yes, I agree. Chaotic. They only seek. I don't know what they seek. I'm bound by another.
You can just
belief system. System of beliefs. I will be true with you, myself, and my brother, and a few other guests. Are what you might call devils is the term in English American. But we are bound by rules, and as such, it's not maybe what you are taught in your churches. They vilify us, but we are only here to seek. We seek revelry. We seek pleasure. That is what we are. But we do no harm otherwise, at least recently. That was not particularly true before, but now it is. So,
I know there's a lot of shit.
Yep, go ahead. Yes.
But I got to know, so is all that church shit, real then? We've been down some weird fucking places, but he pulls out the cross, right? Shows what lets it fall. She's kind of
ooh, whoa.
He puts it back right away. Whoa. He puts it back.
Not scared, but kind of whoa. That's yes and no. Yes, it is a thing. But the God that is in your books, Christianity and Judaism, Islam, that's one God, and yes, that God created, say, the angels or whatever beings, and then we fell and there were disagreements, but there's a lot of subtleties. Trust me, there's a lot of subtleties here. I feel like popular culture has vilified us a bit, but we aren't that bad. We don't really murder people anymore or sacrifice. We are simply here to experience humanity, which is something that we do not have in where we were created. And so, yes, the god of your books is true, but there are older gods than that are dangerous in ways because they do not abide by the rules set forth by the gods. The god is structured and had some influence in creation of things and has rules that it follows. The elder beings are not within our control or your god's control. They are sort of separate planes of existence. And so, yes, they are dangerous and often seen as more chaotic. They are less bound by rules as we are. But we are bound by these rules. And so I don't, I hope you don't perceive me as evil, as your books would say, or tempt. There is, well, heaven, hells, that's a whole other conversation. There's a nuance there of what happens, and there's many things, but the old gods are bad for everyone. Very bad. They have the power to potentially destroy the creations of the creator, and do not necessarily abide by those rules. Every I don't know how to say every plane has their own rules by which there's governed, and ours happens to be more orderly, and theirs are less. This is a lot of information, I know. Let's boil it down to if there is someone trying to summon outer gods or their realms to this place, that's bad. And I believe we need to stop them because if nothing else, it will be much worse than what's happening here now, as of course we no longer murder anyone. It has been centuries since that has happened here. But if some sort of ritual was to summon one of these outer gods, I am not particularly familiar with them, but if any of them were to be summoned, or they the division between the planes to be weakened too much, would be quite bad for everyone.
Well, Kenneth was the guy. Kenneth was like the lead cultist here. Is there anybody else?
You must.
Yeah. We
the one who works here at the hotel.
Well, I mean, he was undercover like we are, I guess. He ensorcelled me the one night, sent me a drink, cast a spell on it. Is there any?
I feel so stupid for not seeing this.
I mean, I don't like. No offense, right? Because I don't know how like devils work and stuff, but like, can you sense that kind of stuff, or like?
Well, it depends. For the outer gods, not so much. No, we cannot detect that sort of powers. Only within our plane. But no.
Well, so all the cultists, they have this like. Randy, give me a pen. Give me a pen. Kurt is miming handing me a pen. Awesome. So he takes the pen and he like sketches out he sketches the tattoo out on a napkin and shows her the tattoo and says they have this mark usually on the wrist. Kenneth had it on his wrist. Have you noticed that on anybody else? I mean, you're here a lot, right? I mean, maybe you would have seen it. We don't know how many of them are operating here, but we know that they use.
I have seen this. Yes, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen this. Yeah. There's another worker here that what does he do? There's another worker, small, thinner guy, maybe Erin's height, blonde. I don't know what color his eyes are. I know he was. He's. I don't think he's maintenance, but some things like that. Not one of. He does not like a bell person or anything. But there was a guy that I've seen around with that. I've been here enough to notice. Yeah.
Randy knows him pretty well.
Well, no, she's not talking about Kenneth. She's talking about another guy.
You sure?
Yeah, I just said, is there another guy? And she said, yeah, there's another guy like my height. Come on, man.
Yeah. Not Kenneth. He's he's always around. I think he was maybe grounds crew. I think I may have seen him at one point cleaning up some things in the evening. So yeah, I think that it may have been grounds crew, outside maintenance type person.
Okay.
What do you know about the boathouse and what's underneath it down there?
She kind of gets a little like red in the face. She looks kind of nervous.
Like a devil?
So the lake house is that is the portal that we use. Myself, my brother, and those like us to enter this plane. It is a thin spot between your plane and ours, but thin spots between planes may not be only maybe what you can exploit them. If it's thin, we use it daily, to be honest. So it's quite thin at that spot, and so you may be the cultists could theoretically be trying to exploit that to make a thinning between their god and this plane.
Well, that's exactly what's happening, Delphine. They're exploiting that. Do you and your brother have another way to get from here to there? Can you create something else?
Not within. It would take much time to do that, I think. And I'm not sure we even have the power to do it. Maybe. It would require sacrifice on the someone would have to sacrifice something, I believe, to create a permanent portal to this dimension for us. If it to be destroyed, we either would be trapped here, or we would be trapped in our bindings, which are less than pleasant, which obviously why we use the abilities we have to come here. The sinning spot, without sacrifice of some sort or some sort of powerful magics, it would be very difficult for us to be able to continue moving between our planes.
If you had a human sacrifice, would you be able to do it?
Well, a human sacrifice, I believe for sure, would be able to do it. Is that something on the table?
If we can get our hands on this other guy with a tattoo, it is.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. What happens if you get stuck here? I mean, is that a bad thing, or how does that work?
It would. I don't know. The rumors are that there are many rumors. No portal has been sealed as far as we know, and there are two potential options. One is that we would simply cease to exist. The other is that we would be bound in our mortal form forever without our powers. We would not be able to draw from our powers without the portal that we go through. If there was a portal that we go through, then of course, then we would be much more helpful, obviously, as we draw power from that plane. So it's I don't know. It could destroy me. It could trap me here until I find another portal or open another portal.
Well, I mean, do you guys know, like this one's super convenient, right? Because like you come here.
This has been used for centuries. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there has to be other thin places, right? I mean, this can't be the only one. I mean,
Maybe there are, but it doesn't work the same as you would think. It's not like it is not like an airport where you go to another and find it easily. These thin spots in the planes are. It's not obvious to us when we want to go to another, so I'm not sure. This is the one we know. This is the one we are bound to, so we don't know.
Here's the bottom line. If we can get you this other guy, even if you don't want to do it, would you know the magic if, say, I sacrifice the guy? Would that be able to open up?
I am. Of course, I am not. It requires me not to be the sacrificer of this person. If you are willing to do that, I did not know if you would be. It usually is a touchy subject with most people, unless we are very familiar with each other. But sure, if there's someone that you are willing to sacrifice for this purpose, yeah, it would simply I know the magics, and I could teach you the runes to subscribe to much like what should be below the lake house, but perhaps the other ones now. I could teach you these magics, and yes, another portal could be created. Sure, yeah, with another.
If another portal is created, can you safeguard it against the cult, the old gods, so that they don't try and come through to this new one? Otherwise, it's kind of pointless.
Of course, yes. So we are until it is brought to our attention, we are sort of blind to these invaders, these people piggybacking on our thinning of the planes. So, but if we knew what to look out for, we could possibly do that. Yes, we could definitely. We could safeguard it with also I know magics that would forbid the placement of runes or magics that would introduce other potential thinning spots. It is possible, yeah.
Is it possible to take this? Is it possible to take this existing one that's now open and banish old gods, or make it impossible for them to get through?
It is. It's difficult, but possible, yeah. The same place could be saved. I believe my brother and I could help do that. Yeah. We could put wards on the walls and on the ceilings and floors with your help. Of course, I do not know how powerful it would be, but with with the sacrifice, based on my knowledge, it's possible that you could use the same sacrifice to ward against anyone but the current plane. You could seal against anything but the current plane at the portal site, possibly.
I mean, no offense, because this is a whole look. We've got to destroy that portal. I mean, there's runes carved into this. Like we can't take a chance. I mean, you're saying you think you can, but you're not 100% sure if it would actually work. I mean,
I am not. Yes,
we can't take a chance. I mean, this is like no fucking around here. If we can find that other guy, like, I mean, the cultists are bad. Like, it's kind of fucked up. I mean, I guess we could probably do this. Does it need to be tied to like a certain? Like, it's got to be tied to a spot, right? Could we just do it like on the ground, or does it have to be like?
You must prepare. It's like. No, it must be prepared. It must be a room and with very specific runes carved everywhere, and that must be properly situated with various implements, and then it's a whole ritual that's done. Yeah.
How quickly
it's not just doing.
How quickly could that be set up? In other words, here's the deal. These cultists are going to keep coming through. These dark gods are going to keep coming through. They're going to destroy everybody, including you and your brother. And we need to destroy the place. We were going to do it tonight, but we wanted to tell you because we had our suspicions that was someplace that you were coming through. And we didn't want to
I appreciate you coming to me first. This is very helpful for me, at least.
Well, if we destroy like the surrounding, because it destroys runes, right? So then it blows the whole thing, right? Like it would close that space then?
Of course, yes, we would not be able to use it anymore.
Okay, all right.
So how quickly can you prepare for a new place if we bring you somebody that we kill?
The question is more, where would it be that would not be disturbed? Or at the basement of the lake house is pretty well hidden for the most part, and even when people see it, they don't really try to go down there. It's been well hidden for years, so you would have to have a place that no one would look.
Do you have any contacts here? Any place in town? Is there anyone that you talk to, or do you just stay here?
I mean, we stay here, I guess. Yeah, maybe perhaps from some association. Yeah, but maybe we know someone from the town. Maybe.
Fuck. I mean,
can someone? Does anyone have? I'm gonna. I hate to do it this way, but I kind of like to do it this way.
Well, I was almost going to suggest talking to Wyatt about it and see if they can't create a portal, like not necessarily at headquarters, but someplace that they can control that people wouldn't have access to. But I don't know that they want devils coming. Like, I don't know that they would approve of this plan.
Yeah,
to allow creatures.
You don't know.
The plane.
Yeah. Yeah, you have no idea. Does anyone have mechanics? Or
Jack's got a shit ton of mechanics. I know he doesn't have his sheet up, so he has. Well, no, he's got 3.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
You can spend however many you want, but it would take a roll for mechanics to have an idea.
What's the idea about?
An alternative spot for the portal.
Oh, okay.
It is a very difficult since no one has thought of it, challenge. So, it's
All right,
whether you want to spend points. Right?
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
spend all three.
all three. Okay, you're
Yeah.
still gonna have to roll because it's more than 4.
Okay. See if I can find my dice thing though.
I bought
'Cause I
this
thought
guy
I
a
had
nice
it
set
here.
of dice
Oh my God! You
I
bought
never
him
had him
dice.
out of-
and he's
I
not
did.
using-
years ago.
It's in the other room. It's in the other room.
You had all day to prepare.
It's in the other room. You guys were fucking texting
What?
like 1,000 texts at like 5 o'clock.
Guys are killing
Listen,
me.
I'll tell you what. In your imagination, I had a whole day to prepare for this, John. But
Sing!
I
You
actually
just
had
got burned, John.
But hold on, I got it coming up. Hold on.
We have lives beyond this game, John. Do I? I just sat her. Oh, my parents were in town, and I took a nap. Well, I didn't take a nap.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Okay, just formalize
about my
your rules.
Let's talk about my day while he's rolling this. My day.
Okay, I got a 6.
Wow.
+3 or 6 with the +3?
I rolled the 6.
Okay.
Okay.
So 9.
Jack thinks about it, and he thinks about you're on site. What's an area that would be unlikely to be disturbed and permanent for the most part? Your thought is, what about the boilers? You could, if you could find a way, drain a boiler and like carve the runes for their portal inside, and it wouldn't, like, they're not affected by heat or steam or anything, so they could manifest and make their way through that and come out sort of in the steam works under the place. It would take some work and or convincing to be able to do that to some degree, but that is one way that, like, these things usually get repaired versus replaced, so it's unlikely it's going to go anywhere, and they're gigantic for this type of hotel, so that's one way you could do it.
Don't they have their own like room they always use all the time though? Almost like ones that they just have. It's like their rooms because they're here all the time.
Yeah. They also have that, but they are also like hotel rooms. So I guess if you wanted to like carve or paint or do whatever all the ruins and then put over that like the hotel's not going to let you have like runes carved in all the walls.
What about
they're going to still be like, no.
What if we did it in the closet? Like, so then
it has to be a large enough space.
Well, a closet. I mean, for a person to come through.
It's not so simple as that. No, yeah, it has to be more than that. Yeah, it has to be a larger space than one of the closets here. That's why. Yeah, a boiler is quite big here. That's possible and permanent. But if they look in the closet, they're going to paint over or replace the drywall of that. Yeah. Did you think no one looks in a closet?
I mean, it's a hotel.
You think the maids don't look in the closet?
Not most hotels that I go to.
Well, think about forever. What's the chance someone ever looks in that closet forever? What if someone else looks into that closet? We may have these rooms booked, sure, but that does not mean we are guaranteed them. Yeah. No, so that's not going to work.
All right.
I mean, come on now. That sounds insane. Like, oh, let me just... I mean, come on. Just let's just paint this thing on a room in a hotel, and no one's ever going to find that or do anything for infinity? Come on. Have some sense.
Wow, we didn't know if you had the rooms all the time. I didn't know if anybody else ever went in there.
Well, we can't guarantee it.
All right,
it's like
no
one replaces the infrastructure of these things. They repair things, but like that's why this basement of this boathouse has been here for centuries. No one ever messes with that. Who's going to go in some little pit in a lake house? Nobody. That's who.
Apparently not.
And once they do, they just leave, I guess, because we're still here.
Are there any other rooms down there? Could we maybe shift it from one
No,
area?
it's just only one room. You want to dig another room in the stone?
No, well, we didn't investigate that far when we were down there. We saw
That's
one
all
area.
well, there's only the one area. That's it. There's only one room. That's our room. That's where we that's where the portal is. So yeah, unless I don't have I don't know, blasting experience or however you move that much rock. It's pure rock on there. We're on the mountains, for God's sake. Come on.
I wonder if is there any caves around here? Could we do it in a cave?
I guess, yeah, you could do it in a cave. I have not researched caves in this area. I don't know. It's possible, yeah. I mean, a cave would be great. If they're awesome. I don't know.
Well, we're in the mountains, right? So there's got to be a cave system around here.
I don't know. I'm not a geologist. I just am. I'm more of a party girl. That's pretty much what I am. I come up here. We have powers. We can get things. We have a good time, and then we go back, and that's it. It's a break from the torment, basically. So yeah, I'm more than happy to help you. But if you're going to separate the plane, the barrier between planes, there, I don't think I can allow that without another plan to allow us to do what we do. Right?
What do you guys think? Should we like text Wyatt and see if like they can't set up something for them? I mean, if they're not hurting anybody, right? I mean,
I think we should text, yeah, and maybe he knows he's local, right?
yeah. I mean, not that they could set up a headquarters, but like maybe they have a facility that would allow, like if they're gonna help, right? I mean, that's got to count for something.
Well, no, they need to have something local here, though.
Well, I mean, in town, yeah. I mean, whatever. What I'm saying is, like, if Delphine and her brother are going to help, and they're not hurting anybody, like
that's what it's. I mean, there's no law that says we have to blow the place up tonight. So, and that would give us a few more meals to talk about.
I don't think we want to wait too long.
No.
All right, fine. Well, let me text him. So he pulls out his phone and he's like, what? Let's see, how do I word this? How does management feel about creating a new portal?
You receive 3 question marks back. Question mark, question mark, question mark. What? Like, just questions?
Tell them we have two. We have 2 essentially harmless interdimensionals who use the portal, but it's been hijacked, and they're willing to help us. But if we blow the place up, they'll be trapped.
Okay, so I send that. Yeah.
You get back. I'm just a driver. That's above my pay grade.
Fuck. I text him back. Okay.
Still want me to be there by 9?
Ask him if he knows of any cave systems around.
Okay. He says, yes, come up still. Plan may be on hold. Are there caves in this area?
You get back. I don't know. How would I had no idea. You could ask someone. You could ask someone. for information.
All right, he texts him back, says, "Don't worry about it." He says, "Look, let me go drop a postcard to Edward and see if we get an answer from him." Right? Like he's one of the muckety mucks, right? So he should be able to give us an answer.
Sure.
Right? I mean, we should get that within the hour.
Yeah, theoretically, yeah. You get a text back that was like, there might be wine caves? Question mark.
He just swipes. He doesn't even. He gets up from the table and he says, "If you excuse me for just a moment."
She looks nervous at that suggestion.
So he starts to go and he stops. He says, "No, I'm trying to find out whether or not we can get HQ to set up something permanent for you guys that nobody will fuck with you."
She looks suspicious but nods.
I can come back and write it here. I don't like.
It doesn't matter. I don't know if I can trust your HQ as it is.
Well, but I mean, if he says no, then we know that's a dead end. We're gonna have to do something else. I mean, I'm not giving anything up. I mean, we're just.
Well, it means I have to trust you, and by proxy, that means I'm trusting Jack to then trust you to trust for me to trust, right? So you could say anything to me. No?
Well, let me put it this way. If we didn't want to help you, we would have just blown the place up and or just left, and these guys would have come and everything here would have been fucked. So I'm not losing my patience here, but we're trying to make everybody happy, so he's got to go send a postcard.
No, that seems fair. That's good logic, yeah.
So Erin takes the cross out and he holds it like, grabs it, and he says, "I, Erin Shaughnessy, swear that I would not betray your trust."
She raises an eyebrow and is like, The cross sort of has a faint glow to it when you say that. It's noticeable.
Okay. Does she?
Yeah, she's like, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I figure he uses his true name and he uses the occult cross, like it's got to count for something, right?
It did a thing. It glowed.
Okay.
Something happened.
I'll be right back. So he goes out and he scratches out a quick note. Essentially the same thing. We have a handful of interdimensionals. If we blow the portal, not sure what happens. Can we set up, HQ here set up a permanent portal for them to use? No threat, helping us.
And tell them that they're also going to stop us from blowing the place up if we don't.
Well, I don't know if she's going to stop us.
Well, they could just kill us right now. I mean,
maybe, yeah.
So just tell them that they will actively thwart our plan to blow it up unless we can help them. So we need help.
I don't think I include that because I don't want to put him on. If I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, they'll probably just kill us if you don't do it for us. It's not a good negotiating tactic.
I think it is.
I don't put it.
Okay. So you say, you have some interdimensional beings that seem harmless. You want to set up a permanent thing so that you don't destroy their portal, right?
Yep.
Basically.
Yeah. They're helping us, whatever. Yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming there's just general hanging out, drinking, eating if you need to in the meantime while you're waiting for the postcard.
Probably, yeah. I mean, does she bring Elias over or no?
She does not.
Okay.
For the moment, sure. Yeah.
Can we talk about what we're eating?
You may if you want.
So Erin asks her, he says, so how do you think your brother would feel about all this?
He's not going to like it if you want to destroy the portal. No. Yes, that's not going to go well. This is the only outlet we have.
Yeah, no, but if we can set something up, I mean, is he going to be on board? I mean,
Maybe. If I could, maybe if I can convince him that I trust you enough, but I don't know, as you are not the one pulling the strings, as they say, right?
We're just the middlemen.
Here's,
they
here's
send
the
us out
reality.
to get
How
stuff
do I
done.
know I can trust the one you report to? That's the question.
Well, here's the real question: can you trust the old gods, and can you do anything about them on your own? Because they're coming.
No, and I don't know. The answer in order is no, and I don't know. We definitely cannot trust them. They are unpredictable, as you would say. On our own, I don't know. We may be able to stop them from their plans. I don't know.
Because pretty much this is a hub, and we know more about this even than we're letting up because of who we work for, and they're not going to be stopped. And you guys would be trapped here, or you'd have to leave and find somewhere else anyway, or they would probably kill you too. So we're trying to do our best here.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand, but us being trapped here would not help you. But if we still had our connection in some way, we would. I would be more than willing to help in any way I can. And we are known to have some fairly useful abilities, if you will.
Erin
that's
nudges Jack in the ribs.
Above what you've seen so far, we have some other very useful abilities, but it requires that connection. That's the problem. So I don't know what we are going to do about that.
The points that we spent in the Wendigo thing didn't come back, right? That stuff's still spent.
For what? Like, what do you mean?
I'd like to spend a point of reassurance if I could. But,
if you used anything during Wendigo, it was back, yeah, because you didn't use it in the real world, if that makes sense.
Okay. So I would like to spend a point of reassurance and just, try to, put her mind at ease to say that, we're doing, what we can to, preserve humanity, and that if if what you're saying to us is true, and that they're no longer sacrificing people and everything else, that that we would do what we can to make sure that we can set up something for them to be able to use to be able to continue their nightly jaunts over here.
Just so you know, so we would be much more beneficial allies than if the thing closed and we lose any abilities, then we would be certainly much less useful. I don't know what Z would do then, but the link to the planes is important.
I understand. We're trying to figure out what we can do to make sure that we can keep that for you. The boiler, could be tricky. And if they wind up replacing it, you wind up getting screwed later. But if we can get them to set something up here, and no one else would have access to it, and the people there would understand what it is. So
you wait there for a while. You get a postcard from Edward. One of the desk clerks comes by and says, "This arrived for you," and then sets it down. It's a postcard that says, "Don't worry about it. Sounds like collateral damage. Blow it and be done with the thing."
Well, that's a dead end, guys.
We'll have to deal with this ourselves, boys.
All right. Delphine, I apologize. I thought they might be more understanding. It seems that we're off to chart our own course.
So they said no?
Yeah.
Well, that's not unexpected. Why would they care about some other worldly entity being able to come back and forth? Harmless or not, they want to eliminate the threat. I understand. But that doesn't mean that I won't defend our ability to relieve ourselves of our plane, which is unpleasant. For sure.
Well,
Do you have other ideas?
I think we should probably sleep on it and come up with an idea. Have another conference. You know.
I mean, I guess Randy. Where do you fall down on all this? Like the boiler could work, I guess, but it seems like it's going to be tough.
I have no comment.
Well, this is unhelpful, Randy.
A lot of what's happening right now,
Maybe some of you
is
should-
unhelpful.
Maybe some of you should have some ideas. If the boiler is a problem, then why not just blow up the boiler, make it need to be replaced, and then you replace it. Your organization has reach, right? Why not blow up the boiler, destroy it, and they replace it with the one that's already carved with the runes, with the right magics, and then we have no problem.
Yeah, but
That sounds highly unlikely.
well, yeah.
You know what?
I mean,
I actually
you're
think that's a good idea, guys. I think we should get on that.
yeah, but he
No,
already said
I'm
that they were-
serious. I think we should do that.
Look, Randy. I mean, Edward
No,
just said
I'm
that they're not
serious.
gonna
I
help.
think that's a great idea.
Randy, they're not
God-
going to help.
God damn it, Erin. It's a great idea.
No, it's not.
Well, if it
Because-
was your fault, then maybe they would have to do something about it, right?
Well, it's like you can't. It's not our fault. I mean, you know, it's not.
If it is, though, they'll have to figure it out, right? If it looks like you was the ones who did it, then they will have to save you, no? They wouldn't want to be unveiled or such, right? No?
Well, we're kind of on our own. If shit gets real hairy, we're like behind enemy lines here, as it were.
That's unfortunate.
Well, perhaps, even though we want to blow shit up, maybe we try to see if they can use their magic to just seal up this, to banish the old gods from this portal.
I mean,
It is possible. We could do it, I believe. Yeah. It's also an option, yeah.
You know, because I just don't think, let's be honest, guys. We're just not assholes enough to just, leave these two here to like die or whatever, So
the flip side of that is we're gonna fucking ritually kill somebody, man. Like,
no, he's a cult member. He deserves it.
no, I mean, I get it. Yeah.
He's out. That's self-defense. He's out to kill everybody else, man. We have no problem. We've already killed several people.
Well, there was the one guy, and you shot him in self-defense because he was going to kill Randy. It's not quite the same thing, man.
Randy pretty much just beat some guy in a brain-dead land. Like, don't give me that crap. We've already committed a lot of violence here. So, at this point, I think we're all a bit more hardened than we're willing to admit.
I guess.
The ghost facers just got real.
I mean, this is all predicated.
Ritualistic murder someone to save the world. Hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta
do. Yeah,
exactly. This guy, the one guy tried to poison you. The other guy, remember they pushed the tree down on us and almost killed us?
That's true. They have tried to kill you. There's that.
So I don't see a problem with this.
Yeah, I mean, we
They'll
can
try
do
it again.
it for sure. Yeah. But everything is predicated on us.
One of
actually
them tried to
finding-
beat Randy to death. The guy that you have kidnapped. Well, under interrogation. Arrested, I guess. Detained. We'll say detained. Not kidnapped. The other guy? You know? You don't know which one tried to shove that tree on you. You don't know.
Well, it doesn't matter. The guy's a scumbag. Deserves to die.
I mean, how do we find him? Like that's the issue, though, right? Like we need that guy before anything else happens.
Oh, we can find him.
You believe he's part of the grounds crew? There's that. You know he's blonde, part of the grounds crew, younger.
And he's got the tattoo.
I'll
so
retcon
yeah.
younger. Yeah, he's got the tattoo.
There's no way to mistake. We're not going to mistakenly grab somebody else.
Like if you grab a guy, you're gonna know once you grab him. That's true.
If we grab the wrong guy, then that's really bad for us.
You just make it look like an accident. I don't know.
Yeah, you just pretend you're playing a game of grab ass or something and say, "Oops, wrong."
That's gonna go great. Oh, I tackled you and started looking at all, grabbing all at you. I was just playing a game of grab ass, man. It's cool. Sexual assault's cool. It's great.
I mean, I suppose I could ask Ramona, but if the guy winds up missing or they find his mangled, bloody corpse, like then that's not great, right? I mean, we're not using our real names, but I mean, fuck. I don't know, man.
All I have to say is I'm glad we're back to the true fear itself form here. Because this is really what this game's all about to me.
This game is all about really nitpicking the details.
Hey, it all makes a difference.
It does, because everything you say makes me think of another idea. So the more you talk, the more shit I come up with. It's great for me. I don't have to do any work. You guys just keep talking me in to great new scenarios.
All right.
Well, we can find we can do a little recon. We get if the guys are groundskeepers, we just have to keep our eyes open probably, like tomorrow or something. And I don't think the guy would be too hard to find.
Max just said stop talking. It's the best.
You guys basically write yourself into corners. It's like painting yourself into a corner every game. I just listen, and I'm like, that's a good idea. Oh, I could do that. Great. So, yeah, helps me. It's a good idea.
So listen, Delphine, you have to tell us, where we could bring this guy to. Well, I guess we'd be going down under the thing.
Yeah.
So
if you bring him to the room, we could. This is the way we could do that. Yeah, there's a ritual we could use to wards from any of the entities you're concerned about. Yeah, for sure, it's possible.
And you don't think that this guy being aligned with them is going to cause a problem with it?
It's almost better, almost sort of from our perspective. It's a cruel, weird sort of thing, right? Kind of a, I don't know.
I'll take your word for it.
It's like it's like if you sacrifice one as their own, it's almost better than if it was like someone just random. Yeah, it's actually better. It's kind of like a in their face. Is that what you say? In their face? Talk to the hand. So that's like talk to the hand for them, but like with gods and stuff. I don't mean to make light of it, but yeah, it's like that. It's like we got one of yours in your face.
Okay, well, we just got to find this guy then. That's all we got to do. If you and your brother are willing to get down there and set it up.
If that's the plan, yes. Anything we can do. If we could preserve the current portal and we could, and block. Obviously, we want. My brother would be fully on board with stopping another entity from entering through the portal. It's a win-win. Like we would say, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's the plan. I mean, are you going to be able to remove the runes that are already there? The ones that
It
are.
won't be a matter of that as much as it would be creating new runes on top of it that would stop the power of those. There are negating wards, as you would put. The wards would. We can paint wards. We don't need to carve them. We can paint them. I will. I would have to say. We will have to paint the wards with the blood of the sacrificed, if that's acceptable. If you are not, you must say the incantations. It cannot be a devil or an entity from my plane. Let's not call us devils. There's a lot of baggage with that. But we could paint the runes, but you have to speak the words if you are uncomfortable with the blood. But we could do it in the blood, and it would seal it permanently from outer entities for sure, with the magics, with the rituals that we know. Yeah, if that sounds acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
Randy, are you in? Everyone must be in agreement, or the ritual will not work. Everyone must agree.
I don't believe it. If I disagreed, I think it would still work.
Do you you can try. Yeah, go ahead.
No.
You wanna?
No. I'll just be like, yeah, I'm in.
Okay. If Randy disagrees, you can disagree. You want to send me a secret message? You're gonna have a whole Carcosa adventure.
Yeah.
That goes on forever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can tell that he's not super excited about it, but there's no other way.
Hey, look, we all wanted to blow shit up, man. Yeah, that would have been more fun.
Yeah, just to let you know, I probably won't be watching the blood thing. I'll probably be having my back turned and like really into it, guys. But I can't. I like horror movies when they're fake. But when I have to see something real, I'm not very good with blood. So just let you know, might be some throwing up in the corner.
But you do have to say the words. Everyone's there must say the words.
Well, I can talk.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with me talking. I'm a good talker. I mean, you talk to these two guys, they know.
Okay, well, then you recite the ritual. We'll do what we need to do. Yeah.
You didn't have much trouble with blood, Randy, when you beat the shit out of that guy last night.
Well, that was because that guy tried to kill me, and it's a little different when I actually know the person and he tried to get me. Like this person, I don't know who this is. Even if they're behind the scenes or whatever, it's kind of hard for me to put. I'm not an actor. It's kind of hard for me to put myself into that.
Okay.
At least not right now.
I mean, I guess we have an accord then. We got to go look for that guy then. Is there anything that you can do beforehand, or we can't do anything until you have the blood and all?
Not really. I'll talk to my brother, I guess. I'll make sure he's on board, and the others of our kind. We will all be there if you are willing to do this. Yeah. In the meantime, you'll have to find this groundskeeper and bring him to the room. Yeah. Otherwise, we'll have everything prepped and ready.
All right. You guys have a key to the door then, or?
We don't really need a key. Sort of is within our powers. Doors are not really a problem per se for us.
Okay, sure. Yep.
So it can open and close very easily for us. Yeah. So don't worry about that.
Okay. Well, no, we'll have to. Okay. No, it's fine.
Oh, we'll keep it unlocked. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. I
All right.
guess
How do we get in touch with you to tell you we have the guy?
When are you planning on getting him?
I mean, we could start looking now. I guess I don't know. If we're gonna stumble across him. I can't imagine he'd do anything at night.
My brother and I must return by daylight. We can only be here as sunset to sunrise. Otherwise, you could perform a ritual to summon us. I could detail that if you like. If you get him, then you could perform the ritual. Then we would be there to help you with the second ritual to seal the room.
I think one ritual is enough. My God. So
Otherwise, you have to wait till sundown, 7:30 tomorrow. If it's not before sunrise.
If you could let us know what the ritual is. If we want to catch him in the morning, we don't want to have to try to stash him for an entire day.
It's a matter of drawing specific runes and citing specific phrases. You must also have a number of just common ingredients, candles, and then a mixture of salt and charcoal, and that's what is used to draw the runes. And you light a candle in the middle and you recite several incantations, and it will allow us to appear there.
All right. Well, if we need to, then we'll summon you.
All right. I will write down the ritual and the words you must speak, and talk to my brother to make sure I will make sure he is on board. Don't worry. He will make sure everyone else is as well.
All right. Well, we thank you for your assistance.
Yes, there you have it. I'm sure none of us were expecting this turn of events, but it is what it is.
Well, it's a pleasure, especially with Jack. But hopefully I will. Hopefully everything will work out, and I will be around to assist you in the future with anything as well.
That would be most delightful.
She stands up and starts walking over back toward her table with her brother.
When she stands, Erin stands. And then he flops back down into the chair. Fuck, guys!
Yeah. Here we go. Well, listen. Let's think. Let's at least think of this on the bright side. I mean, now all we got to do is get our hands on one guy. I mean, we were going to blow up an entire goddamn building with plastic explosives and try to make a getaway. I mean, in a way, this is a little bit easier, you know.
But here's the thing, right? They've been using this portal forever, literally, I guess, right? And they didn't know that these guys were fucking with the portal. So what's to say, so we kill this guy, and then the cult sends, 8 more guys out here, and then they co-opt the portal again, right? I mean, what's to take them from washing the blood off the thing?
No, she's saying that they can, now that they know about it, they can do something to stop it. I think they didn't know about it, and so they were sneaking in somehow.
Yeah, but if they don't have access to the plane for, 12 hours or whatever, they have to go home. What's to stop somebody from coming in there and fucking with stuff?
Well, I think the magic is going to stop it.
I hope so, because otherwise this whole thing is FUBAR.
Well, here's the thing. We don't want to stare so much into the darkness that we become it. What are we going to do? Just
so let's murder a dude.
That guy deserves it. These two don't deserve it. You know what I mean? In my opinion, it's a lot worse if we just say fuck these two and we blow up their shit and they just get stuck here for all eternity or whatever, than killing some cult dude. I'd much rather. I'd feel better about myself, stabbing the fucking cult dude in the throat. So,
I mean, I guess, man, that's pretty dark in and of itself.
well, hey, I would. What about you? You wouldn't. You would feel better. You know, stranding these two here for no good reason at all. And you know, I wouldn't.
I mean, I honestly don't know where I fall on the subject. Like, I'm not the one that's banging her, right? Like, I don't like. She's just some person that's here.
That was like twice anyway. That honestly has nothing to do with it. Listen, I'm the bandana hammer. Okay, like this is not some emotional thing. This is pretty much just the honor system at this point.
I mean, they seem okay. I mean, if we take their word at face value, I mean, like I said, she didn't kill you, and she didn't freak out when we told her what was going on. So, I mean, there's that.
And also, they could be our allies in the future, possibly. You know,
I guess, yeah. I mean,
that'd probably be pretty handy, especially if we can summon them or whatever.
But what happens when we go back and they're like, "Hey, you blew up the thing," and we're like, "Well, no, let's tell you what happened. what actually happened."
Listen, all we tell them is, which is the truth, that the two of them wouldn't let us blow it up. Those two could kill us like that. She's already said, especially the brother, he's not going to let us just blow the place up.
I mean, Edward said they were collateral damage.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. They know. These two know that we're planning on blowing it up. They'll kill us. They won't let it happen.
No, but I mean, they're not here during daylight. Like, we could fucking blow it up in the morning and leave, and then they never get to come back. I mean, it's not like we couldn't do it.
Yeah, we couldn't. But then, I wouldn't feel good about it.
6 shades of fucked up.
At the end of the day, you got to feel good about your job. You know?
I fucking hate my job. They're fucking monsters and shit, man. Like, this is not.
This is an exciting adventure, and you're a ghost facer.
We were ghost facers. I don't even know what we are now.
Cold-blooded killers.
That doesn't make me feel better.
Jesus.
For fuck's sake.
Well, listen, we're not cold-blooded killers as a cult guy, and we would be truly cold-blooded if we just stranded these two people who just have nothing to do with this. You know? That's even worse in my opinion. So
I mean, yeah, it's a good point there. I guess you don't know they don't murder people, but like, unless you think partying and having sex all the time with people and having a good time is a sin, that's all they're doing, as far as you know. And the other guy's a cult member trying to literally bring the end of the world / maybe universe. So you don't. I mean, he's definitely out for something shitty. Yeah. So you don't know. That's the question.
There's no moral equivalency.
So the cult guy definitely is like doomsday cult. The other two are partiers.
Yeah,
partiers who have superpowers to some degree. If they still have a connection to the plane, that's the difference. So that's why your choice.
And I think they would be good allies in the future. So
how much you gonna raise? Yeah. Rockapella! You just got rockapellaed! I gotta pee real bad, so can you guys keep discussing?
Yeah, go ahead. Hey, I wonder if we go on the website, if they have like some kind of like staff thing, maybe we can find the guy's picture on there. We know he's blonde and he's like my build. Like if you go to some websites, it'll be like, have the about us and it'll show all the people and shit that are there.
This is a pretty old hotel though. I don't know. I could always try.
Yeah, I mean, take a look. I mean, we'll have to wait for the disembodied voice in the sky to come back to let us know whether or not you find anything. But
I found it already. Crazy.
His name is George,
Yeah, exactly. You know what's funny is that's exactly the name I was thinking of too, is George. That's hilarious. His name is George. He's blonde. He's a douchebag, and apparently he deserves to die. So let's get him. I'm going to say this. I'm not happy with any of what's going on right now. I know that we're kind of pushed into a corner and we really don't have a lot of choice, you know? I don't trust anybody at this point besides you guys. I don't trust them. I don't trust the devils. I know, like, I understand, like, they haven't done anything wrong that we haven't seen. But then again, I haven't seen anything, so I can't trust that they're going to just let this happen, especially if it's her and her brother and others. That doesn't mean that they're all going to be on board. Could be a thing where they're like, oh, yeah, we're all going to be here. We'll all help out. And we get there and they murder us all. I mean, that is something that very, very much could happen. And now that, now that Erin basically he said his word that Delphine's not going to get hurt. Like, if she comes to hurt us, there's nothing you can do about it, at least for her. And I understand, like,
breaking the contract.
There's this big looming threat that's bigger than all of that, and I understand that. But I feel I don't know if this is the right way. But then again, I don't know what to think.
Well, maybe we have a plan B. In other words, like a fail-safe. Maybe there's a way in case we're double-crossed that then we can pull the trigger and the place blows up.
Yeah. So I'm almost wondering if we should, check out the scene, because if they're all going to be waiting for us, possibly down in their little area down there, we can't just put the explosives on the top or near, whatever.
Well, where are you getting all these people from? I'm confused.
Because she said there was others.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not just the two of them.
It's not just those two. There are others. She didn't even specify how many.
Oh, really?
So,
well, I mean, if you put the plastique in your coat, right? I mean, if push comes to shove, you always throw the coat in there and haul ass, right? Hit the button. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
It's not optimal, but I mean, it's not like they're going to frisk us.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, I gave her my word, but if they were to attack us, that voids that contract. No, I mean,
yeah. Well, what if someone else attacks and it's not of her discretion?
Well, then I guess we have to defend ourselves. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, maybe when this is all over, we can get her to swear on the cross, right? I don't like.
Well, if they don't try to kill us first.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, we plan B is we just blow the place up during the day and leave. But I mean, like Jack's right. I mean, we're not just robots that just do whatever Edward says, right? I mean, like we always
I don't feel right about that.
Figure the best plan of action, right? And we don't just react. We always try to puzzle it out and see what's the best path ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And the fans enjoy that part of it.
But I mean, like, fuck, that's a solid plan B. We just blow it. I mean, if they double cross us, we blow it. I mean, that's what Edward wanted anyway.
I think what we do is, I think we should place the explosives maybe in somewhere they can't see, or as you suggest, in the coat. If everything goes well, I mean, obviously at that point we can just tell them, "Hey, listen, there's explosives here. Like, don't, get rid of them or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
But if not, see, I'm concerned having them in a coat because it's like, I don't know. I don't see it's going to be hard enough if we have to try and escape all of a sudden.
Well, but here's the thing, right? So you put them in your, we got big ass fucking like Parkinson shit. You put them in your coat. When we get down there, we each take our coats off and like put them down, right? Because then you need, it's a small space and it's going to be hot and there's going to be a bunch of us in there. So you just put the coat down, but you keep the detonator, like in your pants pocket or like your overcoat pocket, right? That way you have it if you need it. The coat's already there, and then you just blow it if we need to.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right? I mean, I wouldn't plan it and then tell them that we planted it because then they're going to get pissed off.
Well, we have to also remember, like, what kind of detonator do we have? Does it have a little latch underneath it, or is it just a, what is it? Is it something we put in our pocket? Boom, it goes off. I mean,
I think it's one of those old-fashioned TNT ones where you have to go like that.
I will have to find out from Neil. I assume it was like a hand, like an electronic hand detonator is my head canon, but
yeah,
I guess we'll see.
yeah. Don't give them any ideas. If you're going to give them an idea, make sure it's foolproof.
Well, I think that's foolproof, right? Then it's in your hand.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, if we don't, like, we can't just have it in our hand at the time. Like,
Well, you put it like in your overcoat pocket.
yeah.
So it's on your person and easily accessible.
No.
Maybe he fell in. Oh, here he is.
Sorry, my dog keeps making adorable grumpy noises, so I was petting her and she makes more adorable grumpy noises. Oh, I should have her own podcast.
All right.
It
So
would just be this. Okay, put that in the bonus spectacular.
and
Go.
credits, yep. All right. So Randy was going to look like on the website to see, like, some places they'll have like their staff listed. So he was going to check to see whether or not there was anything, on the website or like a fucking, I guess it wouldn't be on a review site, but I guess on their site, see whether or not there was any kind of staff listings.
I like to yes and a lot, but no hotel's going to have their groundskeepers on the website.
And that's fair.
Unless you want to do some other intelligence work to try to get something other than a public website data. Yeah. You could potentially.
I mean, you have computers, Randy. We always go back up to the room and see whether or not you can crack the code, right? I mean,
Yeah, we could.
Yeah,
right.
let's do that. Good idea.
And then so the detonator for the explosive, what is that specifically? Is it like a hand thing? Is it like a
timer? It's like you put the wires in, blah blah blah, and all of the 4 connect to like a timer that's set. Well, I guess there's 4 timers. I'll say there's 4 timers for each, one for each. Boop boop boop. 4 blocks, 1 timer each, but it's set as a timer.
Okay.
Can you do it manually?
I mean, if you want to set it to 1 second.
Okay.
Like, it's a timer. So, like, you set it. Yes, you manually set the time. You could set it for whatever time you want, up to 99 minutes and 99 seconds.
And
other than that, yeah, no, there's no, like, boop. That's not what they sent you, because they thought, like, you're just going to, like, stick it up and put a time, like, 50 second, 60 second. Well, no, I would put probably like a 3 or 5 minute delay and I just walk away. But whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
But if cool guys don't look at explosions, 30 seconds and you walk away.
And what kind of role would it be to realize how much we would need? Like, they gave us 4 blocks, but do we need 4 blocks?
Science, mechanics,
Did I hear athletics?
no, absolutely not.
You'd spend all your points, Jack, but if you want to make a mechanics roll,
you could maybe use research to look it up in a way. That's possible if you wanted to Google it.
I think if we're trying to blow up an interdimensional portal, I think as much as possible is probably a good idea.
I mean, that's fair.
You would assume.
Well, look, if they sent us,
I don't even know what 2x2x2 would be in pounds, but it's a lot. Like, that's like shit. 20 pounds of C4. That's a lot. It's a lot. So based on movies you've seen, it would blow up the room that you're looking at like 100%. Like it would just fucking annihilate that room.
Yeah, because it's solid rock, right? I mean,
But like, do you need 3 or 2 or 1? No, all 4 would blow the fuck out of it. You're 100% sure, based on movies. Randy, 100% sure, based on movies. That like, there will be nothing left.
That's right.
But
it'll be a nice bunch of like different angles.
yeah,
Then the big explosion.
Yeah.
Yep.
How much less do you need? That's gonna take some kind of knowledge.
Let's not worry about that. Let's use more.
okay.
In this
All right,
case,
let's go find
more
this
is
fucking
more
guy.
when you're trying to blow up a rock.
Are we gonna? Am I doing more research here, trying to crack the code here, trying to figure out what this dude is?
Well, let's go back up to the room, right? Let's see if we can't find a pic of this guy. Maybe you can find like a fucking
All right, let's do it.
employment list or some shit. Who knows?
Yep.
I believe
Sounds
in you,
good.
Randy.
Yep, let's do it.
All right.
Okay. Computer use is normally a like just spend it, but I'm gonna have you roll, and you can spend whatever you want to augment the roll.
Okay. I'll spend 1. That is a 5 total.
Okay. You get in to the system. Like you can hack into like the local internet and get onto their computer system. You can look through their records and all their computer database. What are you looking for specifically? What are you trying to like look for? You can get into their employment records.
Yep.
And everything is entered electronically. So what are you trying to search for under those things?
Well, since you probably need your driver's license, they usually have a copy of your driver's license. I would see if I could try to find, employment.
Sure, but who are you looking? Yeah, everyone in there has a driver's license photocopied.
Yeah.
Who are you looking for?
No,
How are you
Neil.
looking
I'm looking for this description of this fucking douchebag, of course.
Oh, blonde guy, younger, and groundskeeper?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, I don't know. Like, I have some other ways.
Come on, Neil. You know.
I have some other ways you could cross-reference that I thought would be interesting. I didn't know he'd come up with them.
Yeah,
I did because I'm an investigative genius.
Yes, you are.
Like cross-referencing who was hired at the same time Kenneth was.
Oh, that's a good one.
But no one thought of that, so you don't know that he was hired at the same time as Kenneth. But there is a blonde guy on the grounds crew that's younger. It's the only one. His name is Matthew Cross. He's 26 years old. Matthew Cross, you happen to notice as you're clicking through. Well, you don't notice he was hired at the same time as Kenneth, but he would have if he would have thought of it.
Yeah, I know that in the back of my mind's eye because.
But yeah, he's blonde. He's younger. It's the only member of the grounds crew that's fairly new and fits that description.
Okay.
It has
Does it have
his
schedule.
Sure, yeah. It has a schedule and his bunk number, like his work. He's in the bunkhouse out back. Has that?
We were there.
It's also a little known fact that he's the 3rd member of Crisscross.
Nice.
The only way you can find him is by the maintenance man with his pants on backwards.
That's right.
Only 4 people listening to this are old enough to know what that means.
And 2 of them are you and me.
That's right. I think we're all sort of the same age, right? No? Anybody?
No, I'm older than you.
Well, I know you are, but you're an old man.
No, it's true.
All right, so we got the bunk number here. We should go find him now.
Well, Jack, you got the number for the bunkhouse, right? You got the code.
What's up?
I said you have the code for the bunkhouse. I mean,
Yes, because we got it.
I mean, God knows how many people are in there.
Well, that's murder them too.
Yeah, but he's the only other cult member.
I'm gonna have to implement a morality system like fucking Hunter the Reckoning, where like if you go too far, you're just a villain now. You're just a mass murderer. You're like, that guy's a murderer. I'm murdering him. That's a demon. I'm murdering him. And it's like, that's just a dude. I think it was the demon. Yeah, how do you want to approach that? You have a bunk number, you have a room number, you have a name, a description, you have when he was hired, you have all that. You have his schedule. I'll say, yeah, he's like, none of the grounds crews available at night. They're not working at night, so it's like 7 to 3:30 on weekdays. It's a weekday. Today and tomorrow.
It's going to have to be a similar deal where we try and pick him off, as he's walking back, so he's not in there with like all his freaking coworkers,
Yeah, I mean, it's in the evening, so like, these people are all got to work, so I would imagine that the place is going to be kind of full, right? I mean,
or is he there already?
If it's nighttime, they're all going to be in there.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
We have to pick him off before he gets there, I think.
What if he's there already? It's kind of late.
Well, but
tomorrow.
Yeah, but Randy, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he's in there, everybody else is in there too, because they all work.
I understand, but then we're gonna have to wait till morning, and then we have the whatever to summon what's her face, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to wait till morning then until he gets up and gets out of there.
All right, I mean, we could snag him like at the end of his shift, maybe.
Yeah, but
as I'm saying, like 3:30 tomorrow, we fucking snag him, and then we do the ritual to call her up.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I suppose you know what? Okay, good idea. The only thing I'm worried about is if shut up. If we're
I kind of know what you're thinking, and
if Delphine and these guys, are gonna turn on us, we have to be careful. I don't know if we can stay in our rooms tonight.
No, that's not what I was thinking. Anyway, okay.
Yeah, eat that, Neil.
Then I have other things I could do.
Shut up, Neil.
Well, I mean, I'm less worried about her. I mean, if he's the only other guy, I guess I'm not really worried about staying in the room. I mean, if the dumb fucker was...
I'm not talking about him attacking us. I'm talking about the devils attacking us if they decide to go after us.
I mean, I mean, she could have killed Jack at any time. Like, I don't think it's going to be a problem.
Kill everybody, but now I've got more information. God damn it. Okay, fine. I've decided that, you know what? I don't really have much say-so in this, so I'm going to go back to my room.
I'm going
to take
you don't know just
think about that.
You don't know how great Jack's D is. Maybe it's great. And she just can't get enough.
Yeah, but then again, might be like a trophy, like a Lorena Bobbitt style thing.
That's not good. No one wants that. Nobody wants that. Although it wasn't a trophy for her. It was the opposite of a trophy. And it didn't go well for anyone.
Some woman down in Argentina just pulled Lorena Bobbitt recently.
That's no good. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Well, I mean,
she threw it out a window, and then dogs found it, and then they put it back on and needed a pornography.
I don't know.
Well, because the actual guy, she threw it out. It was in a field. Dogs found it, and then he was in a pornography. You're welcome, internet. Google it.
Apparently, she mocked him though. She was mad for some reason. I don't remember the details.
Okay, there's
well-
very few situations. There might be some. There's very few situations where I think it's okay to cut some guy's dong off and like flap it in front of him.
Oh, I know what it was. He apparently filmed them having sex, and then he showed the film to his friends.
Not enough.
Right? You know,
Unless he physically assaulted and raped her. Like if he just was like,
well,
I filmed it.
no one is.
No one wants
justification
cut it.
here.
I'm saying you can't do it. Don't cut a D off unless that D went into you unconsenting. If it's unconsenting, maybe. But like if it's like I'm okay with it and he just put it on the internet, don't cut that D off. You can do a lot of things, but you can't cut that D off. That's that's my official stance. There's a lot of things you can do, but not that. That's too much. It's too much. That's going nuclear.
When you run for county supervisor, that can be your platform.
It's going nuclear. It's going nuclear. Don't go nuclear. That's what I'm saying. Just don't do it. Anywho, what are we doing? What's happening?
I don't know. Randy
Don't cut people's dicks off, and Randy left.
Or look, I don't. Maybe Randy's right. Look, Jack. I don't know. I kind of feel like they're not gonna fuck us over, but I mean, maybe we should all sleep in the same room tonight.
Well, again, all I'm saying is these guys are demons with superpowers, right?
What are you doing?
What is us being in the same room going to do anyway? If they're out to kill us, you know?
I mean, the better question is, like, what are you like? Are you? Yeah, like, why are you waiting or not? Is the big question. Like, are you waiting to grab whoever?
I think we need to, unless we can somehow get in there, and we're gonna snatch them while everyone's sleeping. That just seems very risky to me, though.
Yeah, I mean, if the hotel is that big, there's got to be hundreds of people. However many of those people are staying on site, it doesn't seem like a good idea to try.
Sure, whatever you want to do. It's your call. So, I'm not trying to get you to do one or the other. I'm just asking, like, are you waiting or are you not? And if you're waiting, then that's a different scenario. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Brett in that we wait till the morning, and then we can, like, we know what time he comes on shift. We can follow him, right? So, like, if he's out shoveling snow on the back 40, then we just go out and fucking grab his ass, and then we summon them and just have done with it in the morning. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, if we can get them isolated, then we fucking snack.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a reasonable plan. Yeah. I'm done disagreeing with that.
Okay. And then are we all going to stay in Randy's room then? If Randy will have us here, lock the door.
I just don't know.
Randy's like, fuck you guys.
I guess we can.
I mean, safety in numbers.
I guess
right?
if it makes him feel better.
Wait, if it makes him feel better, it's if it makes Erin feel better. Randy doesn't fucking care. So far as I've heard.
No. Randy's the one that's freaked out about the devil's coming to kill us. So I'm saying if we all stay with Randy, then, there's safety in numbers.
That's up to Randy if you're staying in Randy's room. I don't know. It's Randy's decision.
So Randy walked away. So we go up and we knock on Randy's door. Randy.
What?
Look, I'm not saying you're wrong. So look, can we stay with you then? Like, we'll all stay together.
Sure.
Is that cool?
Yep.
All right. So after you let us in, it's like, look, we'll watch that guy tomorrow. We'll fucking snag him when he's by himself. And then we can summon Delphine and the Duke, right? And we'll just have done with it.
Okay.
You don't seem convinced. Are you all right?
Randy is like a fucking abused spouse at this point. This is not good.
It's fine.
Well, what's up, man?
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know what to do anymore. I feel like I am just here.
Well, but Randy, if you're not coming up with other suggestions, I mean, what do you want us to do?
Hey, I've got nothing. So, hey, whatever you guys want to
Erin gets in close and gives you a big hug.
do. Don't.
Man, come on, like, fucking brothers
Don't.
forever, man. We
I understand. I understand. I just don't know what to do. I mean, there's no getting around it. I don't know what to do. So I will do whatever you guys want to do because I don't have anything better. That's it.
I think Randy wants to just blow it up and leave. That's what I think.
I just want this to be over. Let's just say that. So whatever needs to get done to get us to the end.
all right, man. I thought maybe we were gonna like put a stop to this tonight, but it didn't work out that way.
Hey, that's not really our lives in this whole thing, it feels like. So, I mean, hey.
It could be. You can do whatever you want. You can blow it up.
No, let's sleep on it. All right.
Like, you know,
let's get to bed and
nothing's stopping you.
Let's get douchebaggery.
All right, man. I mean, all right. You okay?
Yeah. I'm good.
All right. You want to play like the fucking Carcassonne or whatever?
No, I think I need rest.
All right.
Maybe rest is what I need.
You eat too much? I mean, you like.
Oh, that's never a thing, buddy. Don't you ever worry about that.
I mean, the food's real rich here. That's all I'm saying.
I know. It's fine.
All right.
Let's just get some rest. We're gonna need it if we're gonna grab this guy and hopefully put a stop to this shit.
Should we like do shifts? So somebody stay up?
I don't know. Do we need to? I mean, we stayed up all night last night. I think, as much as I hate to say it, I just think we just need to get rest.
Yeah, let's just block the door, even though it seems like they can just float through doors. They just told us
exactly. I don't think there's gonna be any way for us to like, bing, 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 demons are here. It's just either they're here or they're not.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll put something in front of the door in case someone human comes. All right. I mean,
yeah, there you go.
Well, where like the snowman can melt himself and he goes through the crack under the door. Remember that crust?
Right.
Maybe we should at least block the underside of the door in case they somehow like turn into some mist or something and they try and come through the door that way.
We'll the rug and we'll put it underneath. We'll put it by the door, and then we'll put a couch there just in case someone human comes by. Yeah, that'll be good.
These are all great
That
ideas.
sounds good to know.
I guess that's where we end the episode then.
Sure.
Man,
Yeah.
a lot of action happened. I tell you what.
Everyone was so stoked to blow shit up, and then you didn't blow shit up. What's up?
Look, this is about being real. This is about being realistic. I mean, this is a very gritty episode.
I didn't know. I gave you the option. You could do whatever you wanted. That was all I was saying. You could have said like fuck them. They can like get trapped here or not, or trapped wherever they get sent at the end of the night. It's all your choice. If you wanted to try to keep their portal, then you do that too. Like, so yeah, it's all up to you.
I think we've woven a rich tapestry tonight, gentlemen.
I think it went pretty well. I think you guys have a pretty good plan. I think you have a lot of resources at your disposal, and I think that's a good thing. So, I think you have a pretty good chance of doing some cool stuff. And then maybe there's cool stuff in the future that you have access to. You don't know. You do know, because if you keep the demons around, then one of them is definitely willing to help you. So there's that. That's pretty cool.
All right. Well, shit.
All right. So.
To be fair, the one thing there wasn't this episode, a meal description. So there you go. We all
So we're
win.
getting better.
That's
And
why
we got some
that's
live
why Randy didn't have
comments.
a good episode. He just
Yeah.
is like, man, I just wanted a good, lengthy meal description. That's all I wanted.
We got some live comments that made me feel good as a person.
Well, even by the
And
end, Max was mad that we were just talking.
really, yeah. Sorry,
No,
Max.
believe me, if Max was mad that we were talking, then he would never listen to the show because
Yeah.
that's all we do.
I mean,
So I'm hoping next time maybe something action-packed happens because there's very little else you could do. I'm guessing, but
There's we've parked ourselves into an action corner. There's nowhere we can
there's
go.
very little else you can do. So there's that. Fingers crossed.
Mhm.
Kidnapping. There's going to be murder.
There is kidnapping. You might ritually sacrifice a person as the heroes. Great
Possible portal closing.
plot twist. Portal, baby. There's a whole lot. There's so much. So
That's right.
I'm assuming
stick
that'll
around.
be some kind of a stability roll.
what?
That'll be some sort of a stability roll.
Oh God, yes. So much
What?
stability roll. Like
Why don't
you
you guys
can't just sacrifice someone. You can't just say, "Yeah, my character's cool with murdering a human being." That's a stability roll like a motherfucker. And the people watching it, that's a stability roll like a motherfucker. Yeah, it's not good. No one can just be like, unless you're a psychopath. And if you're a psychopath, you are not a PC hero in this adventure.
Not yet.
Why don't you
I mean,
guys start a business where you you just open up a bakery and you can actually make things called stability rolls?
Oh,
Nice.
You should do it.
someone should do that.
Cthulhu-based bakery shop. Come on, that
Mhm.
writes itself right there.
Mm-hmm.
It would have some really great pastry ideas. You guys have some really
Cthulhu
great stuff.
Let's see. What else?
Wally Wally.
I'm trying to think
Carcosa
of something.
grapes.
I'm trying to think of something that uses like Dagon. Because you have like
Dagon donuts.
Oh, there you go.
Carcosa cakes.
Dago nuts or whatever. Yeah, you get some like
Carcosa
you
cake.
get some like
They are
you get some, like,
yellow
real,
and
like-
delicious.
oh, you could have the cake in yellow and it's like yellow cake with like frosting.
There you
Oh, that'd be
go.
pretty good. Oh God, I want yellow cake.
Here we go.
See,
Yeah.
like you think like right? It's good stuff.
If you're gonna make it, you need to give me all your fucking money first.
If anyone does that, we've already trademarked it, so go fuck yourselves. Copyright trademark, we own it. Eat my
That's
shit. Give us money.
It's hard. We own you now. That's kind of a
Carcosa,
thing.
look, this is on the internet. Carcosa cakes, TM. Dago nuts, TM. Everything, I'm just going to say TM, trademark. It's all trademark. It's all us. It's all legends. Can't have it.
Well, did I tell you guys I'm bringing out my holiday drink this year called Nog Sothoth?
Oh,
Nice.
oh, Nog Sothoth. Oh, we should sell that. Oh, fuck. That's a great one. Wait, Nog Sothoth, TM. It's official. You can't preempt us now.
Oh, yeah,
Someone else could register a trademark
You
for
don't
it.
need
and
to
that's
pay
fine.
for the trademark. You just say TM and it's all yours.
Well, it's if you register, then they get it maybe nationally or whatever. But like, if we start selling it within 5 years, then we still are allowed to sell it under that, no matter what they say. So Nog Sothoth, that's us. We own that. Thanks, Brett. Legends owns that.
We just took that from you.
I mean, I guess you could as a person, but it's not a business. Anyway, well, let's do it. Nog Sothoth. Oh, God, let's do only holiday-based Cthulhu merchandise and drinks. That's a great idea.
That's right.
Well, you
We
guys
could think of a lot of them.
because you guys, since I came up with the idea, you guys certainly can use it. You'll just do all the work, but I'll get 25% royalties, so I'll be okay.
Yeah, you're just gonna percent. You don't care. Like, you're just gonna get a cut of the money.
Exactly.
It's a win-win.
Mhm.
It's
Let's
the
do
same
it.
thing we do with the coffee. Neil does
Yeah.
all the work, and we get a little bit of money back.
That's right. You get some money, and I get some money, and everyone wins. It's a great deal. So now that we're going to do some great nog. Nog Sathoth is great. That's a great one. I love it. God, let's go up. Let's get John, cut this out. Let's think of an entire line of Cthulhu beverages, and we're gonna launch that. So, like, don't put this out in the public yet, and then
Okay, well,
we'll
this is live,
we'll
so
get it all. Uh-oh, is anybody listening?
I assume Max is still around.
Damn you, Max! Don't steal this. You know we're your greatest supporters because you're our greatest supporter. So don't rip us off, please. There. See, that's good enough. He won't do it. He's cool.
That's okay.
Seems like a cool dude.
All right,
We love you, buddy.
Should we do the coffee thing?
What?
Coffee?
Oh, please buy the legendary brew. It is roasted by Birds of Feather Coffee Company. It's a medium roast, very, very delicious brew of coffee that hits that spot. It's your everyday drinker. Just the one you can drink all the time. Super smooth, roastiness. Like, I get yelled at sometimes for describing it this way, but like, if Dunkin' Donuts didn't suck, like a really great Dunkin' Donuts, or like our Starbucks that wasn't burnt as fuck. So I'd say like a really great smooth coffee that you enjoy drinking. It's just great. And it supports this podcast. It supports John's efforts to like edit all this stuff. It supports my efforts to roast all this stuff. It's all hand roasted. I'm the one sitting there controlling this beast to get it all roasted up. And it may take a couple days for me to send it out because I typically am sending it like on demand. So you order it, I go roast it. These two hands right here. These two hands are like, oh, I don't know which was on which. Oh God, I can't use mirror technology with camera. Anyway, I'm at the roaster. This guy's doing it. The guy running this game that you think is fun and funny, I hope. I'm roasting that coffee too, and you can enjoy that and listen to the podcast. It's extra great. Everyone wins. It's delicious coffee. If you want other coffee, Birds of a Feather, birdscoffeecompany.com. You can get some other of our coffees, but Legendary Brew is Legends of www.legendsoftabletop.com/legendary brew, right?
No, it's tinyurl.com/legendary brew, where there's a ridiculous slug in the show notes. It's like legends dash of table of dash.
Okay, well, like just click on that and look, tinyurl.com/legendary brew, or click on whatever there, and then enter Legends 10 as your coupon code, and you'll get 10% off. It doesn't matter if you order Legends brew or any other brew. You'll still get the 10% off, baby. Although it helps John. Please support John. He puts a lot of effort into this, guys, and I just show up to be a douche and fuck with these guys. So I get a little bit of money, he gets a little bit of money. We all win. So support the podcast, buy some coffee, you get something great out of it. I would never sell you something that I wouldn't personally drink over literally anything else that I could drink. I literally drink my own coffee over everything else, and that's because it's delicious. I work hard on it. My wife works hard on it. I have a new apprentice roaster that works hard on it. We are here for you. Legendary Brew. We're proud of it. It's good stuff. You should order it. Be a legend. Sign up for some Legendary Brew. tinyurl.com/legendary brew.
Nice. I like
that
it.
Right?
And shipping is free.
Go.
Yep.
Shipping's free. You pay nothing other than the cost of that bag of coffee.
Sweet.
You're welcome. And it's delicious. Seriously, try it. Just try it. Just try one bag. And you're going to be like, why am I drinking other coffee? Every other coffee is garbage. And Neil makes the best coffee. Neil roasts coffee like Robert Downey Jr. plays Iron Man. The best. There! There, I nerded it out. Anyway, buy it. Try it out. It's great. You'll love it. I promise you'll love it.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll wrap this thing up. I want to thank everybody for stopping by and checking it out. Thanks, Max, for swinging by and commenting and hanging with us for a while.
I love you, Max. You're my hero.
We'll
Thanks,
catch
Max.
you all
You're
next
my
time.
hero. You're my personal hero, even though you're not a player in this game. You're the 5th player. It's like basketball. Is that basketball? No, 6 players.
Good night,
God,
gentlemen.
fuck it. I give up. I'm sorry. I give up.
Good night, guys.
Bye, everybody.
And
Love you, Brett.
until next time. All right. We'll see you.